What's up, team? Okay, just dropped the daughter, my beautiful daughter, Lily, off at week-long summer camp. We had an interesting situation go down. We get to camp, checking her in, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you got to go over to this line, and we get into this line, and like, yo, you didn't get any of your medical forms turned in, physical, immunizations, all this stuff. None of it's turned in. And my wife and I look at each other like, wait a second, this was all done. Well, long story short, there was some miscommunication, technology errors, things mess up in life sometimes. And so my daughter goes into freak out mode. She's been packing, preparing for freaking a month. She's ridiculously excited, understandable. She's 6th grade going into 7th grade, summer in between 6th and 7th. It's like she's kind of right there, not far from 13. The teenager is upon us. Well, she goes into freak out mode. I go into director of operations mode. That's what I did. That's what I love to do. I like to solve problems. My wife and I, she's a problem solver. We just dive in. Like, I'm on the phone. I know the physicals at the house. We're logging into the portals, the hospital portals, our pediatrician portal. We got all the balls are rolling, man. We got some plans of action in place, and we're just. But here's the thing. There's kids all around, and all my daughter's thinking about is, do not make a scene. I mean, she lost it. The last thing on her mind was like, oh, light bulb moment. Mom and Dad are trying to help me right now. There was a mistake between, we don't know whose fault it is. Mom and Dad are trying to help. That was the last thing on her mind. She was freaking out. And so I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm stepping away. I'm thinking, let's see how she does if I just let her crash and burn right here. Because guess what, Lily? If Mom and Dad step out of the equation right now, you're up shit creek without a paddle, as we say in Texas. So after a little bit, she quickly realized that Mom and Dad are on my team, there was a mistake, and they can help me figure it out. So we go into action. I talk to the camp counselor, the manager, office manager, and they're like, okay, you can send us this, that, email. The technology these days, 10 minutes, it was all resolved. Lily's life was saved. But it took her a while. It was just, I'm coming at you. It's very normal when our kids are that age. They're becoming more independent. Yes, there's a little bit of they know it all, and they're just kind of a little bit rebellious about realizing that Mom and Dad are here to help you. But in the case of this Mom and Dad, we'll let you crash and burn, and our kids need to crash and burn sometimes. And well, not actually crash and burn, but you get what I'm saying. We need to let them fail sometimes and stumble. And so she went to freak out mode, and we just walked away. So she's sitting on this little swing, this little, I don't know, playscape thing, and she's like, oh, they're walking away because I'm being a little butthead right now. So she came around and realized Mom and Dad are here to help. Mom and Dad love me. They don't want me to fail, but when I act like a little butthead, they will let me fail. So we got it all ironed out. So long story short, message I guess is a little loose today. I'm just sharing something that happened in our life. But I want you to be, even though it's ridiculously tough sometimes, I want you to be okay with letting your kids stumble, letting your kids deal with tough situations, and they're going to be better at working. They're going to be better at hitting their pause button, flushing the green. Because my daughter went to freaking red zone. You guys know my red, yellow, green. My newcomers may not, but you go to something upsets you, you go to yellow. When something really flares you up, you go to red zone. Well, we got to get better at flushing the green. She didn't do a very good job flushing the green early on. She did a real terrible job. Mommy and I flushed the green as quick as we could, came up with a plan. We have to help our kids learn how to hit the pause button in these moments, not freak out ourselves. We stay relaxed, focused, poised. It ain't. I mean, this was first world problems, folks. But it was the end of my daughter's life. She was off the rails for a second. But it ain't that big a deal. The shit's gonna hit the fan sometimes. We gotta teach our kids. We're not perfect, but we gotta get them understanding the value and hitting the pause button right there, flushing the green, getting their what together, and being a leader, being a problem solver versus somebody that's just making everybody flustered and causing more issues. So that's the message today. We have to. You help me, I help you. We're in this together as parents, building rock stars, on and off the court, on and off the field, at work, away from work. Everywhere we go, we're building rock stars that are good at dealing with situations. That's a person that's going to dive into society and be an attribute to the daily grind. We need more of those people. We need more problem solvers, people that can hit the pause button, flush the green. All right. Rock and roll. Just sharing a little bit of Yancy's life today. Yancy's life at camp with his daughter. It was very interesting. But it's all good. Hugs and love. Kisses on the way out. We left her there, and she was with Hannah and Amelia, her counselors, and she's got all of her middle school friends around her, and it's a fun week of camp. So much love to everybody out there. Hope you enjoy this message. Let's serve our kids big this week, and sometimes that means letting them deal with the rough parts of life. They really ain't that rough, but letting them stumble, let them fall. They'll get back up, dust themselves off, and they'll be a little better at dealing with the tough situations when they arise as they get a little bit older. Much love.